Hello guys and welcome to a new video on this channel. I'm Szabi from CodeRevolution. So let me show you a tutorial video for the latest plugin I created. It is called Pandemic Spread Social Experiment plugin for WordPress. It will simulate the spread of a real pandemic and it will emulate the spread of the pandemic to a social spread. So it will emulate the real spread of a biological pandemic to a social spread over the internet, like a social experiment. So let me show you what this means exactly. So this is the form that the plugin will create. If you want to allow your visitors to start campaigns that this plugin will generate, then this is how it will look. So your visitor will be able to enter his email address and two email addresses of his close friends. So these two email addresses that he enters here, each will get an email from the plugin telling them that his friend entered their email addresses in a social experiment and they are invited to enter other two email addresses. After they come to this page and see this form, they will be invited to enter other two email addresses of other two friends, and the pandemic will spread like a tree. And let me show you right now how this will work. So if we go to an image that I created for the plugin, so this is how it will spread exactly. So this is the first person that started the pandemic, and he will enter, for example, 3 email addresses. In this example we have only 2, but you can configure the plugin to enter also 3. So in this example I used 3 email addresses. So 3 email addresses entered by this person, and each will get an email that will invite them to this same page, and they will be able to enter other 3 email addresses of other 3 friends. So like this, and other 3 from here. And these people will also be able to enter other 3 email addresses, other 3 email addresses, and so on. And these are the stats that will result from this. So in 3 iterations, and 1 iteration is this. So this is 1 iteration, this is another, this is another. And only in 3 iterations, so as much as you can see here in this example, you will get 40 affected people with this virtual pandemic. And in 6 iterations, you will get 1093 affected. In 10 iterations, you will get 88,573 affected. So this is the power of exponential growth, because the pandemic starts off easily and it grows like this, exponentially, so like this. This is the power of exponential growth, and you can simulate it on your site with this plugin. So this is the basic idea behind this plugin, and let me show you right now how to configure it. So we don't need this. Okay, so to install the plugin, click Plugins, Add New, upload plugin, choose File, go to the zip file of the plugin. Here please note that the zip that you download from Code Canyon will have also the documentation in it. So extract the zip you downloaded and separate the documentation from the installable zip file and install only the zip of the plugin. So select it, click Install Now, activate the plugin. And one important thing that I must say is that you should have a Gmail SMTP active on your site, because WordPress is not the best when it comes to sending emails, and it might miss some of emails that it sends. So because of this, I highly recommend that when you use this plugin, also please install Gmail SMTP, just to make sure that the plugin will be able to send emails, and WordPress under the plugin will be able to send emails that the plugin generates. Okay, so this being said, let us go to the plugins configuration. So this is the menu that the plugin created. If you want help on how to set up the Gmail SMTP on your WordPress site, please click here for a video tutorial. Also, you will find this exact same video tutorial here. And now let's go ahead and configure the plugin. So as you will see, there are not many configuration options in the plugin. It is a pretty simple concept, but it will have a great effect. So let us get started. The plugin will generate this shortcode for you. Pandemic Express Social Experiment. So we should copy this and add it to a post or page where we wish to add the form that the plugin will generate. So in this case, let's create a page, for example, add new, and add a title to it. Okay, and add the shortcode here and simply publish it. Now we can go to this page, and here it will be. This will be the form that the plugin adds. Also here, the pandemic social campaigns will be listed, the campaigns that were created by your users or by you, and it will also list how many emails they contain. So let us get started with checking the configuration of the plugin. So enable logging for rules. Logging will be visible here in the activity and logging section of the plugin. Here it will be listed the logs of the plugin, and here you will be able to restore plugin default settings. This is everything you will find here in the activity and logging section. And now we can go back and set here the maximum number of active campaigns. So this is the maximum number of campaigns that the plugin allows to be active on your site at any given moment of the time. So if one user fills in here the form and he will create a campaign here, then other users, if they come to this page without being referred by an email, then they will not be able to fill in this form anymore. Number of email addresses to input by each user, right now it is set to 2, so there will be 2 email addresses that each user will be able to input. Enable CAPTCHA, so this will enable this CAPTCHA field. And here are the email settings, which will be sent to each email address that the visitor enters. So you can edit the template of the subject, of the content. So you can also use HTML to check this. You can also use some shortcodes, and the available shortcodes will be listed here. So campaign ID, results link, results URL, submit link, submit URL, and root email. So the results link will be a link where people will be able to see the results of the campaign and how many people were submitted to this campaign and how many email addresses were added to it, and they will be able to view it in a tree format. So exactly like I showed you here, the plugin will show similar to this, a tree, upside down tree. Okay, and this is the results link, and the submit link is the link where they will be able to submit new emails to the campaign that they were invited to, and send an email also to the form submitter. So if the submitter enters his email address here, then you will be able also to send an email address to the submitter of the form with this subject and this message. Here he will be able to check the results of his form. Also, you will be able to check the emails here, and I will create right now a campaign and show you how it is done. So let us go here and submit our first campaign. So let me enter my originator email address. So remember, this email address will get an email only if you set also this checkbox up. So send an email also to the form submitter. In this case, this will not get an email, so this can be anything in this specific case, test.com, and email address 1. This is the first email address that will get an email, so let me use my own email address here, and another dummy email address. Okay, so for this to work, I also need to solve this CAPTCHA and click submit. So the plugin is now processing, and it was successfully submitted. So form successfully submitted, thank you. This message will be displayed to the user after they successfully submit the first campaign. And now we can go and check our email address. So if we check our email here, a new email is here. And hello, you are invited to help grow awareness about pandemic spreading and help us simulate a virtual pandemic. So keep in mind, you can change this text. And here, the invited people will be able to click on this link, and they will be able to enter their own email addresses and start growing the tree of email addresses. So let me show you what happens when the plugin is set to maximum number of active campaigns to 1. And we can check the campaign listing here. So campaign was created, email count 2, and shortcode where this email can be, campaign can be listed, and also the URL of the campaign. So let me show you what happens when people go to the page that we created, and they will see this message: maximum number of new submissions reached, because we have set in the main settings that maximum number of active campaigns can be only 1. So now only people that got the email will be able to grow the list. So let us go ahead and click on this link, and we will be redirected to the same page that we submitted our first form. However, we will not have the first email address, because this is our email address that we got the email. Instead, we will be able to input other 2 email addresses, other 2 friends' email addresses. So let's say, let's sorry for this, oops. So we will be able to input other 2 email addresses, other 2 friends' email addresses. So let me exemplify this. So test2, and like this and solving the CAPTCHA and clicking submit. So this will make the plugin add to its campaign other 2 email addresses. So let me think about some email addresses and click submit. So now the plugin is processing. Now it is sending the emails out, and when it is finished, form submitted successfully, thank you. Now we can go back to our campaign listing, and we will have 4 email addresses. And if we wish to view how this turned out, let's create a new post and simply add this shortcode that will list the results of this pandemic, this social virtual pandemic. And if we go to the results page, we will see that this is how the pandemic spread. We can change how the plugin will show the results. If we change the parameters for the shortcode, so as you will see here, you will be able to use the style parameter for this shortcode, and if we enter the style parameter, we will be able to change this. So if we change person, let me move myself here out of the way, and we have box 3 bullet, and let me use box. So now it is changed to box, and let's check the box layout. So this will be the main sender. These are the other 2 emails entered by him, and these 2 will be entered by this email, and this will continue like this. And let us check also the tree. So if we enter here tree and update, we can check the tree layout, and this will be how the tree layout will be shown. And also we have a bullet layout, but these layouts will be updated in the future, and they will get also new styles. So this is the bullet layout, and this is how emails will be listed like this. Okay, so keep in mind, this is how you will be able to show results to your visitors. And also don't forget that if you enter here the results link shortcode, you will be able to also send a URL to the person who will enter an email or 2 emails or even more, which will get them the results of the social campaigns, and they will get exactly this format of displaying campaign results. And now if we click on a campaign, we will be able to do many things. So here are the results URL where we can view results. This is the shortcode of results, how many emails are there submitted. We can also download emails. So if we click download emails, we will get a Excel file which contains the emails that we downloaded, and also source email addresses and submitted email addresses. This will display a table of the contents of our social campaign. Okay, so basically this is all for this plugin. Using this plugin, you will be able to create a social campaign and to get many email addresses with this pandemic simulation social campaign. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy this plugin, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more similar updates and new plugins, and it will be available for download soon. I will link in this video's description with the plugin purchase link when it will be available. So yeah, this is all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, stay safe, have a great day, bye bye.